गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत आनश्चिन्वन् नूतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे श्रीगुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ श्री शंकराचार्य स्वामिने नमः। सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावतीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। Just give me a minute to share that document. You can see the document now?
Yes, Mahodaya, it's visible.
Yeah, okay.
It's basic, okay.
So you can call people now.
Sheila Shinde Bahini.
Yes, ma'am. Tasmad yasya mahabaho nigruhitani sarvashah indriyani indriyarthebhyah tasya prajna pratisthita.
Sharada Rajan Bhagini.
यानिशा सर्वभूतानां तस्या जागर्ति संयमी यस्या जागृति भूतानि सा निशा पश्यतो मुनेः।
Anupama Bhatt Bhagini.
आपूर्यमाणमचलप्रतिष्ठं समुद्रमाभा प्रविशन्ति यद्वत् तद्वत् कामायं प्रविशन्ति सर्वे स शान्तिमाप्नोति न कामकामी।
Rajeshwari Shivashankar Bhagini.
नमस्ते सर। विहाय कामान् यशः सर्वान् पुमान् श्रति विहाय कामान् यशः सर्वान् पुमान् श्रवति।
No. One second. You are vihaya kamanya sarvan pumam charati nispruha. The meter that we chant is primarily to ensure that we ourselves know we have to break.
Okay.
Once you miss the meter, you will get it all jumbled up.
Vihaya kaman yashas sarvan.
It's not yashas sarvan. Yes, sarvan.
Vihaya kaman yash sarvan. Puman charati nispruha.
Pumam charati nispruha.
Puman charati nispruha. Nirmamo nirahankaraha. Sashanti madhigacchati.
Good. Next.
Hariharan Mahodaya.
The same shloka, please.
Hariharan Mahodaya.
Hari Om, sir.
Hari Om.
Vihaya kaman yas sarvan bhumam sharat charadi nispruhah nirmamo nirahankaraha शशान्तिमधिगच्छति
It is primarily Pumam Charati. Ish
चरति
is the Sandhi, that's all. Ish is a Sandhi. So Pumam Charati.
शरद् मुमां शरदि निःस्पृहः
Yeah.
निर्ममो
Go ahead.
निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः शशान्तिमधिगच्छति.
Yeah. Next.
Lakshmi Devi Bhagini.
Yes, Bhagini. Esha Brahmi Sthitih Partha Nainam Prapya Vimuhyati Sthitva Syamanta Kalepi Brahma Nirvana Mrichati.
Good. Next.
Sharat Chavan Mahodaya.
ओम तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्म विद्यायां ब्रह्म विद्यायां योग शास्त्रे श्री कृष्णार्जुन संवादे सांख्य योगो नाम द्वितीयोऽध्यायः.
Very good. So you'll find that every chapter ends like this. Most of them will be same. Like Om Tat Saditi Shrimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade. This is common. Then only these things change. Sankhya Yogo Nama. Because second chapter is called Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya Yogo Nama. It is second chapter. So Vidiyo Dhyayah. So if you look at third chapter, it will all be same. Om Tat Saditi. Our first chapter, which we have completed. Om Tat Saditi Shrimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Arjuna Vishada Yogo Nama Pratamodhyayah. So you will have to understand, this is what you have to get used to it. Then I think once 2-3 chapters when we do, you'll automatically get it. Okay. So successfully we were able to complete the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita also yesterday. And with that, we have completed 119 slokas. Out of 700 slokas, 119 slokas have been completed, which is 17% of the Bhagavad Gita of 700 slokas. So I'll just give a quick summary of the second chapter. Second chapter, at the beginning, what happened was that Arjuna continued to have a doubt whether he has got to go for the fight or he will just give up fighting. He did not want to have any fight with his gurus. He did not want to have a fight with Bhishma. He felt that this kinds of fight is only going to push him into Naraka, and whatever he is going to enjoy as a king is all going to be stained with blood of the killing of the people whom he revered very, very highly. But what happened was that he still felt that he was not okay in terms of taking a decision of not fighting, because Krishna was just keeping quiet and he was just observing Arjuna all this while. Then in the 7th shloka of the second chapter, he tells Lord Krishna, you tell me, Yat Shreyasyan Nishchitam Bruhitan Me Shishyasteham Shadi Bam Tvam Prapannam. He says that, oh Krishna, I am yours. He has surrendered to Krishna. He said, I am surrendering to you. I am your Shishya. Please tell me which is that I should do, which is going to provide me with Shreyas. So he, at the end of the day, he was not able to take a decision at that point in time. And finally, at the sloka number 7, he surrenders to Lord Krishna and says, please help me. I am your Shishya. Tell me what I should do and I'll do that. Then I am not able to understand why I should fight, so you please help me. This is what Sanjaya also explained to Dhritarashtra. Then only from shloka number 11, Lord Krishna started giving Bhagavad Gita. Upadesha of Bhagavad Gita starts only from shloka number 11 of the second chapter that we have seen. Only after Arjuna surrendered to Lord Krishna and requested him to please help him with advice and totally surrendering to him. Then initially the doubt that Arjuna was having was in terms of killing people. So he felt that I kill people, they will all go away, then, yeah, I'll become a papi, etc. He was talking. So Krishna thought it was essential for him to teach him the Lakshana of Atma. So from the Shloka number 11 onwards till Shloka number 30, he talks about Atma. So Atma, which is residing in every one of us, and he was telling that Atma cannot be killed. It is Avyaktam, Achintyam, Aksharam, all those kinds of, adjectives were used by Lord Krishna in explaining the Atma from the Shloka number 11 onwards up to Shloka number 30. And after telling him that you are not going to kill anybody, it is only the body that is going to fall, people will continue and all of us will continue, because when there's a life, there is a death. When there's a death, there is a life. This is going to continue. So that is what he was telling Arjuna, and he said that the Lakshanas of Atma he was explaining to Arjuna. Then from Shloka 31 onwards, what Krishna did was that you are responsible for protecting your dharma. You cannot be simply shying out and running away, knowing Atma, but you also have taken a birth. You are responsible for fulfilling the dharma, whatever you are supposed to follow. You are a Kshatriya. You are supposed to take care of protecting your people, protecting your Rajya, protecting dharma. So he was trying to explain to Lord Arjuna for another 15 shlokas or so about the need for Arjuna to act based on the need of the hour and not shy away or running away. He says you should rise up to the occasion. So he was talking about dharma and all those kinds of things for another 15 shlokas. Then he says slowly transition from that talking on all those things, he transitioned into karma yoga. He started talking about karma yoga. And in karma yoga, he said, yogastha kuru karma. You have to take karma in the viewpoint of yoga and do it. Then he also said that you may also, the karma, when you do an action, the result may not be in your hands. You should have the bhava in terms of accepting the result, whatever comes. Do not put the pala in front of you and then start doing any kind of action. So he started telling everything about the karma, he said. Then Arjuna was understanding that he has got to have a karma yoga thing. Suddenly Arjuna asked a question about Sita Prajna. Shloka number 48 or so, he said, Sita Prajna, ka bhasha, kim rajate, kim asita. He asked that question in the Shloka number 48 also. Sita Prajna se ka bhasha, samadhistava keshava, sitadi kim prabhasheda, kim asita, Kim Vrajet. So he asked him, how does he walk? How does he think? So he suddenly changed over from Karma Yoga and asked Lord Krishna to explain about Sita Prajna. So Sita Prajna is a person who is able to establish himself in his own Atma. Atmanye Atmana Tuttaha. So he is able to be happy with himself and he has got absolute mastery over his senses and absolute mastery over whatever is interacting in the external world. So he was telling about Sita Prajna for the next 15-20 shlokas and talking about the need for mastery of one on his own senses, though he may be continuously interacting with the world and experiencing the world of objects, but he has got to have absolute mastery over his mind and senses so that he is able to become a Sthita Prajna. And only when a Sthita Prajna, knowledge is going to flow. Only when the mind is in a contemplative mood, when the mind is contemplating in the right kind of direction, then the knowledge is possible to come into the mind. So he was talking about Lakshanas of Sthita Prajna. So if you look at that way, in the second chapter, Krishna started off with Atma, then Karma Yoga, then Sthita Prajna. All these three things, yes, started Karma Yoga, then started talking about Sthita Prajna. So and then he closed, the second chapter is over. Now all of you will have the same kind of doubt. He is talking about Atma, he is talking about Karma Yoga, then he started talking about the need for Jnana. This is very, very important for somebody to become a liberated person. So that is what last shloka he said, Yesha Brahmi Siddhi Partha, which is the shloka. Yesha Brahmi Siddhi Partha Rainam Prapti Vimuhyati Chitvasya Mantakalepi Brahma Nirvana Muchati. So these people who are going to be having a Brahmanishta, they are all only with themselves, and even at the time of the death, they are the Brahmanishta. The body falls, and these people get liberated from the body also, and then they get Brahma Nirvanam. They are able to achieve Brahma Nirvanam. So he was talking about the need for Jnana and Brahmanishta and having a good understanding of the self, and then looking inside rather than running around outside. Though you may be Loka Sancharam, you will be interacting with the world, but still you need to have a mastery over the mind and senses, and ensure that you are able to go inside deeply. So that is the way he completed the second chapter. Now let's go to the third chapter. Third chapter is called, I'll have to go to new file. Sorry. Proceed now.
Yes, Mahodaya.
So now we'll start the third chapter. Who is coming?
Kashmira Bhagini.
Yes.
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Atha Tritiyodyayah Karma Yogah.
ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः कर्मयोगः
Once again.
ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः कर्मयोगः
Good.
Sri Lakshmi HR Bhagini.
Namaste Mahodaya.
Arjuna Uvacha Jayasi Chet Karma Naste.
Arjuna Uvacha Jayasi Chet Karmanaste. Jayasi Chet Karmanyaste.
Jayasi Chet Karmanaste. It is Karmanaha. Jayasi Chet Karmanaha Te. So Karmanaste. Karmanaha Karmanaste.
Jayasi Chet Karmanaste. Jayasi Chet Karmanaste.
Mata Buddhir Janardana.
Mata Buddhir Janardana. Mata Buddhir Janardana.
Jayasi Chet Karmanaste. Mata Buddhir Janardana.
Jayasi Chet Karmanaste. Mata Buddhir Janardana. Jayasi Chet Karmanaste. Mata Buddhir Janardana.
Good. Next.
Srimati Bhagini.
Yes, Mahodaya. Namaste.
Namaste. Tat king karmani gore mam.
Tat king karmani gore mam. Tat king karmani gore mam.
Niyojayasi Keshava.
Niyojayasi Keshava. Niyojayasi Keshava.
Tat king karmani gore mam. Niyojayasi Keshava.
Tat king karmani gore mam. Niyojayasi Keshava. Tat king karmani ghore mam niyojayasi Keshava.
Next.
Thank you.
Usha Srinivasan Bhagini.
Jayasi Chet Karmanaste. Mata Buddhir Janardana.
ध्यायसि चेत् कर्मणस्ते मथा बुद्धिर्जनार्दन ध्यायसि चेत् कर्मणस्ते मथा बुद्धिर्जनार्दन.
Good. Next.
Rinalini Gopalan Bhagini.
Tat king karmani gore mam. Niyojayasi Keshava.
Tat king karmani ghore mam niyojayasi Keshava. Tat किं कर्मणि घोरे मां नियोजयसि केशव.
Good. Next.
Sugam Bhagini.
The first
Yes,
line
sir.
2 times slowly.
जायसी चेत् कर्मणस्ते मदा बुद्धिर्जनार्दन जायसी चेत् कर्मणस्ते मदा बुद्धिर्जनार्दन.
Good. Next.
Shanti Badri Bhagini.
Second,
sir.
second line twice.
तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे मां नियोजयसि केशव तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे मां नियोजयसि केशव.
Next.
Gurumurthy Mahodaya.
First line 2 times.
Yes, sir. Jayasi chet karmanaste mada buddhir janartana. Jayasi chet karmanaste mada buddhir janartana.
Good. Next.
Veena Fani Shri Bhagini.
Second line 2 times.
तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे मां नियोजयसि केशव तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे मां नियोजयसि केशव.
Next.
Leena Mehuldama Bhagini.
Both the lines once slowly.
जायसी चेत् कर्मणस्ते मता बुद्धिर्जनार्दन तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे मां नियोजयसि केशव.
Next.
Lalita Ramachandran Bhagini.
2 lines once slowly.
Yes, ma'am. अर्जुन उवाच जायसी चेत् कर्मणस्ते मता बुद्धिर्जनार्दन तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे मां नियोजयसि केशव.
Good. Next.
K. Lalita Bhagini.
Yes, sir. Arjuna
Yeah, go ahead.
उवाच जायसी चेत् कर्मणस्ते मता बुद्धिर्जनार्दन तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे मां नियोजयसि केशव.
Good. Next.
Shanti Badri Bhagini.
Both the lines once.
Shanti Badri is Shanti, madam.
Shanti Badri Ma.
Oh, yes, sir. Okay. जायसी चेत् कर्मणस्ते मधा बुद्धिर्जनार्दन तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे मां नियोजयसि केशव.
The first line is matha, not madha.
Okay, sir.
Okay, matha is different, madha is different. We'll talk about madha, matsarya and all in the subsequent chapters. That are different meaning. Matha is this one. In this shloka is matha.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Next.
Sheila Shinde Bhagini.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Arjuna uvacha जायसी चेत कर्मण्यस्ते मता बुद्धिर्जनार्दन तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे मां नियोजयसि केशव.
It is not cheta, it is chet. Jayasi chet karma naste mata buddhir janardana tatkim karmani gore mam niyojayasi keshava. So it is not cheta, chet.
Okay.
Yeah, next.
Rajeshwari Shivashankar Bhagini.
Slowly once.
जायसि चेत् कर्मणस्ते मथा बुद्धिर्जनार्दन तत्किं Tatkin karmani ghore mam niyojayasi Keshava.
Okay. So now we'll go to the meaning of the shloka. So if you look at the 55th shloka of second chapter, when Lord Krishna was talking about Sita Prajna, he said, that is first shloka he started on Sita Prajna. Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan atmanyevatmana tushtaha Sita Prajnasya dhochyate. He said that when he's talking about Sita Prajna, Prajahati yada kaman, the person who is able to give up all his desires. Prajahati yada kaman, sarvan, all desires. Manogatan, even as they appear in the mind. A person who is able to throw away all the desires as and when they appear in the mind, then that person is atmanye vatmana tushtaha, Sita Prajnasya uchyate. That's what he said. So, the person who has got the capability of taking away all desires even as they arise in the mind. That is what he started describing Sita Prajna, and then he went on to describe it for another 15 to 16 slokas. So, yeah, before this sloka, Arjuna was being told about karma, need of doing karma. Now, what has happened to Arjuna is that at one point he says that a person to attain shreyas or moksha or liberation, he has to have jnana. Jnana means he has got to have the capability of understanding that he is the Atma and not anything other than Atma. That is jnana. Once somebody understands that I am the Atma and I am not the body-mind complex, once this understanding takes place, then he is liberated. And once he understands that, he also understands that the Atma in him and the Brahman outside is all same. So, Aham Brahma Asmi, that also he understands. So he says that knowledge is something that was talked about when he was talking about Sita Prajna. So now he is asking a question. If you think Karmanaha te, if you think Lord Krishna, go Krishna, that Buddhi, Jnana is more better, that is Jayasi. Buddhihi karmanaha te karmanaha che jayasi. If buddhi is going to be much better than that of doing karma, which is action, if jnana is going to be better than doing action, then why are you asking me? Then tat kim karmani gore mam. Then why are you asking me to fight a horrible action? Gore karmani mam niyojayasi. Why do you put me to perform Gore karmani, a horrible action? Why are you asking me to perform? If you feel that it's just a question of knowledge which is important for achieving shreyas, jayasi is better. Chet means if karmanaha buddhihi, buddhi is going to be more better than doing action, oh Janardana, mata means if you consider, then why are you asking me to do a horrible action of fighting this war? Because he has got totally confused. He got confused with Atma, then he got confused to some extent with the karma yoga I was talking about. Then talking about the Atma, talking about Jnana also, he has talked about it. He is telling, why are you asking me to do this? Why don't you straight away tell me that I can go and become a sannyasi and start pursuing only knowledge? Because any kind of karma I do, karma is going to be binding on me. When I do a karma, the actions are there. The actions are going to get me punya, papa. I have to again enjoy those punya as well as papa. And then this is going to go on. And then I have, why I cannot straight away start getting into jnana of understanding myself, then fighting this horrible war. So he is absolutely confused now, Arjuna. Though Krishna was trying to tell, he is now confused and he's asking a question, why are you asking me to fight this horrible war? Okay, next.
Sharada Rajan Bagini.
Yes, Mother.
Vishreneva vakyena
Vyamishreneva vakyena
buddhim mohayasiva me.
Buddhim mohayasiva me.
व्यामिश्रेणेव वाक्येन बुद्धिं मोहयसीव मे
व्यामिश्रेणेव वाक्येन बुद्धिं मोहयसीव मे व्यामिश्रेणेव वाक्येन बुद्धिं मोहयसीव मे
Good. Next.
Lakshmi Bibi Bhagini.
Yes.
तदेकौ वद निश्चित्य
तदेकौ वद निश्चित्या तदेकौ वद निश्चित्या
येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्
येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम् येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्
तदेकौ वद निश्चित्य येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्
तदेकवद I forgot this. तदेकवद निश्चित्या येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम् तदेकवद निश्चित्या येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्.
Here it is Shreyah Aham Apnuyam. Shreyah means Shreyas. Aham means me. Apnuyam achieve, attain. So it is all combined. Three words are combined to make it as Shreyoham Apnuyam. Shreyah Aham Apnuyam.
Yes.
Shreyoham Apnuyam. Okay?
Yes, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Next.
Usha Srinivasan Bhagini.
व्यामिश्रेणेव वाक्येन बुद्धिं मोहयसीव मे
व्यामिश्रेणेव वाक्येन बुद्धिं मोहयसीव मे व्यामिश्रेणेव वाक्येन बुद्धिं मोहयसीव मे.
Next.
Veena Fanishri Bhagini.
तदेकौ वद निश्चित्य येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्
तदेकं वद निश्चित्य येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम् तदेकं वद निश्चित्य येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्.
Tadekau, you can say, if you know, Tadekam is also correct, but in the Sandhi rules, you can say Tadekau vada nischitya, that Anuswara rule. Tadekau vada nischitya.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Next.
Sri Lakshmi HR Bhagini.
Yes, Mahodaya. First line I should chant. Vyamishrenev vakyena buddhin mohayasiva me Vyamishrenev vakyena buddhim mohayasiva me.
Next.
Hariharan Mahodaya.
Second line 2 times.
तदेकं वद निश्चित्य येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम् तदेकं वद निश्चित्य येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्.
Good. Next.
Lalita Ramachandran Bhagini.
First line 2 times.
Yes, ma'am. Vyamishrenev vakyena buddhim moyasive me Vyamishrenev vakyena buddhim moyasive me.
Tim mohayasi. Moham. Buddhim mohayasiva me.
Vyamishrenev vakyena buddhim moyasiva me.
Buddhim mohayasiva me.
Buddhim mohayasiva me.
Once again.
Buddhim mohayasiva me.
Moham. Mohayasi means you are and you are giving contradictory answer. You are giving me a wrong understanding, making me to have a wrong. So mohayasi iva me. Mohayasi iva me. Mohayasi iva me. Mohayasi iva me. Like mohayasi iva me.
Okay.
Can you chant it again?
Yeah. Vyamishreneva vakyena buddhim mohayasiva me.
Good. Next.
Sugam Bhagini.
Second line 2 times.
तदेकं वद निश्चित्य येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम् तदेकं वद निश्चित्य येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्.
Okay. Next.
Mrinalini Gopalan Bhagini.
2 lines once slowly.
व्यामिश्रेणेव वाक्येन बुद्धिं मोहयसीव मे तदेकौ वद निश्चित्य येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्.
Okay. Next.
Srimati Bhagini.
Yes, Mahodaya. Vyamishreneva vakyena buddhim mohayasiva me tadekau vada nishchitya yena shreyohamapnuyam.
Next.
Sharat Chavan Mahodaya.
व्यामिश्रेणेव वाक्येन बुद्धिं मोहयसीव मे तदेकं वद निश्चित्य येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्.
Okay. Next.
Leena Mehuldama Bhagini.
व्यामिश्रेणेव वाक्येन बुद्धिं मोहयसीव मे तदेकौ वद निश्चित्य येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्.
One more person.
Kashmira Bhagini.
Yes, sir. Vyamishreneva vakyena buddhim mohayasiva me tadekau vada nishchitya yena shreyohamapnuyam.
So we'll go to the meaning of the shloka. So in the earlier shloka, he said that Jayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhir janardana. If you think jnanam, having jnana is more better than karma, then why are you asking me to go for this horrible act? That's what you asked. Now he's continuing with that. He says, Vyamishreneva vakyena. He says that he's telling Krishna, you are making contradictory statements. Okay, you are told jnana, then you are told karma yoga, all those things. So the second chapter, whatever you told me so far is all contradictory statements. And buddhim mohayasiva me, my mind is confused. Mohayasi, by I am now confused, he says. But he is very, very clever in putting that mohayasi iva. Iva means seems. It seems that you have been contradicting and it seems that you are confused. He did not say you are contradicted. That iva means it seems that you have confused me. It seems that you have also put contradictory statements. Oh Krishna, I am getting confused. You are getting contradictory statement. Tadekam vada nishchitya. Now, there are only 2 paths for moksha. One path is karma yoga. Other path is jnana yoga. So you say that jnanam, sita prajna, you told very, very importantly, talked about it in elaborate manner. And you said that is also a very good route. But you are asking me to do this particular act also. And you are telling karma yoga and other things. But now I am confused. You tell me, tad ekam vada nishchitya. Out of these 2, tell me only one thing. Tad ekam vada nishchitya. Confirm only one. Which is yenaha, by which shreyaha aham apniyam. I will be able to gain liberation. Aham apniyam shreyaha. Tad ekam vada nishchitya. He is again surrendered to Lord. He says, you please tell me whether I should do this or whether I should do this. But vada nishchitya. He is again putting the ball on Krishna's code. See, now what happens is that when we go to a doctor and the doctor says you've got a small problem, you have to undergo a microsurgery, then we have got the option of going to another doctor and say, yeah, this doctor told me this problem, what do I do? Then he will say, no, you will do this, will do that. I'll give you some medicine, you go to Ayurveda or something like that. So here, then they go to another person, 2-3% to have multiple cross-checking. Here, Arjuna had no choice. He just was asking only Krishna. Whatever Krishna says, he says, I will do that. That's it. He's not now going to run to another teacher and ask him, you tell me whether I should go for jnana or karma. He did not have any choice. He also did not consider that. So he is telling Lord Krishna, Tadi ekam vada nishchitya, yenaha shreyaha aham apnuyam, by which I'll be able to get shreyas. But it seems that you are giving self-contradictory statements and you are also confusing me. It seems that you are confusing me, but you please help me and tell me only one thing that I should do. So that is what Arjuna has now told. I am sure that most of us, after going to the second chapter, we also would have got confused. He has talked about Atma, then he talked about Sita Prajna, then he talked about Karma Yoga. We all had a similar kind of idea. What is Karma Yoga? Sita Prajna, mind and senses under control, don't go there. Then you have a Samatvam, Dukkesh, Manudvignamanaha, Sukesh, Vajaspruha, Vitaraga, Vayakrodha. So all those things we have studied. So we are confused. What do I do? Whether I should go to Himalayas and only do Japa and then Jnana, I'll go for Jnana, or I should be in this world as a samsari and then continue to do my karma. So we also get confused. So he is having total confusion. He said, please tell me only one thing which is going to help me to get liberation or moksha. So now God is here. Krishna has got to answer him. So he is now starting to give him explanation. Yeah, next.
K. Lalita Bhagini.
Yes, sir.
Shri.Balasubramanian Lokesmin Vividha Nishta.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Lokesmin Dvividha Nishtha.
Vividha Nishta.
Dvividha Nishtha. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Lokesmin Dvividha Nishtha.
Pura Prokta Mayanaga.
Pura Prokta Mayanagha. Pura Prokta Mayanagha.
Lokesmin Vividha Nishta. Pura Prokta Mayanaga.
Lokesmin Dvividha Nishta. Pura Prokta Mayanagha. Lokesmin Dvividha Nishta. Pura Prokta Mayanagha.
Good. Next.
Gurumurti Mahodaya.
Yes, Nandini.
Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam.
Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam. Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam.
Karma Yogena Yoginam.
Karma Yogena Yoginam. Karma Yogena Yoginam.
Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam. Karma Yogena Yoginam.
Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam. Karma Yogena Yoginam. Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam. Karma Yogena Yoginam.
Good. Next.
Anupama Bhatt Bhagini.
No, can you chant the first line slowly twice?
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Lokesmin Vividha Nishtha Pura Prokta Maya Nagha Lokesmin Vividha Nishtha Pura Prokta Maya Nagha.
Good. Next.
Sheila Shinde Bhagini.
Yes, ma'am.
Second line 2 times.
Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam Karma Yogena Yoginam ज्ञानयोगेन साङ्ख्यानां कर्मयोगेन योगिनाम्.
Good. Next.
Hariharan Mahodaya.
Yeah, all the things together once.
श्रीभगवानुवाच लोकेऽस्मिन् द्विविधा निष्ठा ज्ञानयोगेन साङ्ख्यानां कर्मयोगेन योगिनाम्.
You repeat again. There was a disconnect for a few seconds. Can you repeat again the two lines?
श्रीभगवानुवाच लोकेऽस्मिन् द्विविधा निष्ठा पुरा प्रोक्ता मया नघ ज्ञानयोगेन योगेन साङ्ख्यानां कर्मयोगेन योगिनाम्.
Okay, good. Next.
Lalita Ramachandran Bagini.
Yeah, all of them once.
श्रीभगवानुवाच लोकेऽस्मिन् द्विविधा निष्ठा पुरा प्रोक्ता मया नघ ज्ञानयोगेन साङ्ख्यानां कर्मयोगेन योगिनाम्.
Next.
Rajeshwari Shivshankar Bagini.
श्रीभगवानुवाच लोकेऽस्मिन् द्विविधा निष्ठा पुरा प्रोक्ता मया नघ ज्ञानयोगेन साङ्ख्यानां कर्मयोगेन योगिनाम्.
One more person.
Sugam Bagini. Sugam Bagini. Okay. Sharada Rajan Bagini.
श्रीभगवानुवाच लोकेऽस्मिन् द्विविधा निष्ठा पुरा प्रोक्ता मया नघ ज्ञानयोगेन साङ्ख्यानां कर्मयोगेन योगिनाम्.
Okay. So one more person.
Lakshmi Bibi Bagini.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Lokesmin Vividha Nishta Pura Prokta Maya Nakha Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam Karma Yogena Yoginam.
Okay. So we'll go to the meaning of this. So now Bhagavan, Shri Bhagavan Vacha, now Lord Krishna is talking. To whom he is talking? He is talking to Anagha. No, first line you find it in last one, no? Last line. Last thing is Maya Naga. Anaga means the sinless person. So he says Arjuna is a sinless person. So he is addressing Arjuna as Anaga. Maya Naga means by me, by me, Arjuna is telling. What is that by me? Asmin loke, in this world, okay, in this world, Asmin loke, Vividha Nishta, two types of Nishta, lifestyles, two types of lifestyles, Pura Prokta, it has been told by me long time back in the Vedas. Maya Prokta Pura Vividha Nishta Asmin Loke. Anaga. So he is telling Arjuna, long time back in the Vedas, when Vedas were there, I only told them that there are two types of Nishtas. Nishta means lifestyles, can be followed by people Asmin Loke, who are in this world. What are those two lifestyles? Sankhyas, the sannyasis, etc., they can take the path of Jnana Yoga. They can only be they can only be pursuing knowledge continuously. Whereas other people, Karma Yoga, other people, they have to be in Karma and they have to be practicing Karma Yoga. Whoever wants to get liberated, there are only two methods. Only Karma Yoga is one method and Jnana Yoga is one method. And these are the two lifestyles somebody can lead. That is what I told earlier, and that is a part of the Vedas, and that is what I had suggested. That's what he's telling. So now he's talking about Sankhyana Jnana Yoga. Only those sannyasis can have Jnana Yoga, and all the other people, Grahasthashramam and people like Brahmacharis, etc., he says that you have to have Karma Yoga to be followed. Okay. Now Arjuna was asking, why can't I straight away become a Sankhya? Why can't I go and be involved only in pursuit of knowledge? So he is going to explain why Arjuna is not fit for becoming a jnana yogi. He is going to tell, because getting into sannyasa is not easy. Sannyasa, I think we also discussed in earlier things, requires tremendous amount of giving up in life. Okay. You have to give up everything. You have to give up your identity. You have to give up your family. You have to give up your bank account. You have to give up your property. You have to give up everything in the world. You cannot have anything. A sannyasi has to just be there with himself, and then he should not bother about his next meal from where it is going to come. He has got to go for a bhiksha whenever he is hungry. He's going to have bhiksha and come back and eat and then start contemplating. Because he's having a ochre robe, saffron robe, people are willing to give bhiksha, and he's be able to take care of his basic requirement of eating. And then he has got to worry about nothing, whether Narendra Modi is coming or Rahul Gandhi is coming or bank balance is going up or prices in Bangalore are high, Bangalore facing drought. Nothing is bothered. He is absolutely disconnected from the world of everything. And he does not have a family. He does not have to think of his father. He doesn't have to think of his mother or wife or children, or he doesn't have to bother about doing rituals or shraddhas for his grandparents, parent, nothing. He has got no duty to do in life. Absolutely free from all karmas, absolutely free from all desires, absolutely free from all kinds of identities. And he is only in the pursuit from morning to evening of knowledge. So that is, so it is not very easy for people to just say, I want to go to Himalayas and become a sannyasi. It is not at all very easy. It is extremely difficult. So he has just hinted to him that only some people are capable of doing that kind of jnana yoga. We sannyasis, sankyanam or sannyasis can go for jnana yoga path. Otherwise, people who are interested in knowing themselves, karma yoga is the only other path that we can do. Again, when you look at the types of sannyasa, there are basically two types of sannyasas that has been told. One is called Vidvat sannyasa, and another one is called Vividisha sannyasa. Vidvat sannyasa is somebody who has already got tremendous knowledge of Vedas and Upanishads, etc. One person I can give an example is that some of you from South India may know. There was one Swamiji by there was one Swami by name Nuchur Venkatramayar. I don't know, some of you would have listened to a lot of his lectures.
Paranams. Yes.
He is fantastic. Nuchur Venkatramayar was a person who was he was a PhD in Sanskrit already, and he was staying only in Tiruvannamalai, and then he was having his family also. But he has been giving so much amount of Vedantic knowledge to huge people. There's a very big following for him. So he was a grahastha and he was doing all these things. Only around 4 or 5 months back, he became a sannyasi. He decided that he'll go for sannyasa. But he had got tremendous vidvat himself. He has got so, as a grahastha, he was able to have the vidvat and he became a sannyasi. So that is called a vidvat sannyasi. Okay, the person was already very well learned. Vedas and Puranas and Shastras and Vedanta, and then he has been able to contemplate, and then he has got tremendous clarity. He was only a grahastha ashra, and he decided that, okay, let me now give up everything also, and then he has become a sannyasa. That is Vidvat sannyasa. The other one is called Vividisha sannyasa, where somebody has got a mindset and he says, I would like to become a sannyasi and pursue. Maybe if you look at Kanchi Paramacharya, he was identified to be Vividisha sannyasa because he was not that time fully learned. He took sannyasa, and then over a period of time, he started learning a lot of things, and then he has become a vidvat also. Okay, he is another person. Third one, these are two major things. One of the things that we can think of, they talk about is called apat sannyasa. Apat sannyasa is, there are people, the Shastra says that somebody can take sannyasa at the time of the death. If somebody becomes sannyasa before the death, they'll be able to get liberation. That is one kind of a Dharma Shastra, somewhere something has been told. So they say apat sannyasa is something with which somebody can get relieved or get moksha in this life itself. That's what is one thought process. But what happened was that apat sannyasa, Adi Shankara took it. Adi Shankara was with his mother, and when he was there in the river, when he was going for a bath in the river, he was caught by a crocodile. The crocodile was about to swallow him, and his mother was helpless. She was crying, and then she was asking for help. Nothing came. And Shankara, as a small boy, he told that, oh, Amma, please allow me to become a sannyasi. This crocodile will relieve me. Then this mother said, okay, I'll grant you, you become a sannyasi. Then he immediately took a vow that I'll become a sannyasi, the crocodile left him and went. So this is called apat sannyasa. At the last minute, somebody taking sannyasa. So these are the only things. But to become a sannyasi, it requires tremendous amount of mental preparation. It is not so easy. So he is telling that these are the only two paths that one can take, either a karma yoga path or jnana yoga path. And jnana yoga path is taken only by sankhyas, that is sadhus or sannyasis. So it is not so easy. He has not told so easy. He has just told that there are two types of nishtas or life practices people can have, which I have already clearly explained in the Vedas, which means that he is now claiming, Lord claims that he was the author of the Vedas also. Pura Prokta Mayanaga. Pura means long time back. I had talked about. Okay. So that is the thing. What I will do is that I will try to close at this shloka, and then next 20 minutes we'll just have any discussion and understanding of the second chapter that we have done so far. So I hope that will be okay with you. So I'll chant these three shlokas for your requirement, and then I'll complete the class, and then we'll go for discussion. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha Ata Tritiyo Dhyayah Karma Yoga Arjuna Uvacha Jayasi Chet Karmanaste Mata Buddhir Janardana Tatking Karmani Gore Mam Niyojayasi Keshava Vyamishreneva Vakyena Buddhim Mohayasiva Me Tate Kuvada Nishchitya Yena Shreyohamapnuyam Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Lokesmin Vividha Nishta Pura Prokta Maya Naga Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam Karma Yogena Yoginam Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om